That's still recharging. I can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready yet. That's still recharging. I can't cast that yet. That's still recharging. That spell isn't ready yet. I can't use that item yet. I can't cast that yet. That's still recharging. That spell isn't ready yet. That's still recharging. I can't cast that yet. I'm out of range. I need to target something first. far away. That spell isn't ready yet. That's still recharging. I can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready yet. That's still recharging. I can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready yet. My mana is low. It's locked. I can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready yet. That's still recharging. That spell isn't ready yet. I can't cast that yet. That's still recharging. I can't cast that yet. That's still recharging. That spell isn't ready yet. I can't cast that yet. I need to get closer. That spell isn't ready yet. That's still recharging. Not enough mana. I can't cast that yet.
Your daily magic word is vacation. V-A-C-A-T-I-O-N, vacation. Enter online to boost your chances to win a magical trip to Orlando.
Schedule a free Zoom consultation at k2visionrle.com.
K2 Vision RLE. No glasses, no contacts, no readers.
Weston Kia, Oregon's all-time leader in Kia sales, has the 2024 Kia Forte for only $178 per month, or a Soul for only $199 per month for 24 months. It's the Kia Summer Sticker Sales Event at Weston Kia. Number one in sales, January 94 through December 23 for Kia Corp. See dealer for these details. Offer expires June 3rd, 2024.
Get summer produce at Whole Foods Market. Buy 4 medium Hass avocados for just $5 with Prime through May 28th. Mash it on top of your sourdough or into a zesty guac for dipping. While supplies last, shop in-store or online. Terms apply.
Auto accident? Need a loaner today? Call Life's Auto Collision Centers. We can get you into a replacement vehicle as early as today. At Life's, we work with all insurance companies. We process your claim fast. We repair your vehicle to pre-loss, bill direct, and get you back on the road hassle-free. Need your vehicle picked up? Call Life's and we'll send out one of our fleet flatbed trucks to your home or office anywhere in the Northwest. Life's Auto Collision, the industry leader for 33 years. Locally owned, the finest in collision repair.
Hey boss, we're almost ready, but I have 2 pieces of news. One bad and one really bad. Which one do you want to hear first?
Seriously? Okay, tell me the bad one first.
The grand opening is in 5 minutes, and a line of 100 people is already at the door.
Okay, we can handle that. And what's the really bad one?
The really bad news is that the internet keeps going down.
What? Oh, we need reliable internet.
Honey, it's just a bad dream. Wake up.
I had a nightmare. I couldn't open the cafe. The internet wasn't working.
Don't lose sleep over your business's internet. Get AT&T Internet Air for Business with easy setup today. Reliable nationwide internet with simple plans at low prices. So you can set it, forget it, and get back to business. And enjoy a good night's rest. Visit att.com/bizinternetair today. AT&T Business.
That's still recharging. That's better.
It is Portland's Morning News right here on FM News 101 KXL. Thanks for being with us. It is all red so far on this trading day on Wall Street. The Dow is losing 77 points. S&P 500 is down 5, and the NASDAQ is off 1.
8:57, we check your traffic and weather in the 7s mornings and afternoons with Jeff Austin.
Westbound SR 14 still got the right shoulder blocked by a crash, causing a slow ride from Ellsworth. This report is sponsored by Allstate. The best rate for you is a rate based on you with Allstate and not one based on anyone else. So if you drive safely, you could save money. Visit allstate.com or call for a quote today. In the KXL Traffic Center, I'm Jeff Austin.
Let's get that forecast now. Here's KGW's Rod Hill.
Proof today in terms of getting a mix of dry weather, sun breaks, and scattered showers continuing. Don't forget there could be a downpour still mixed around the area with some hail, so don't be surprised if you see that. High temp up to about 62. And then looking forward, tomorrow's dry, and right now we still have dry weather on Sunday and dry weather on Memorial Day. I'm Ron Hill, FM News 101.
We're looking at 48 in Gresham, Hillsboro, 50 degrees. Right now in Beaverton, 49.
76 is there for those who never stop going, like parents chasing a fleeting moment of freedom.
Ready, set, go. Okay, honey, we have exactly 18 minutes to grab ice cream before the kids get back, so get your butt in the car. Then drive to the one that has the strawberry swirl. I know it's farther away, but it's so worth it. Oh no, there's a line! Finally, 2 beautiful cones. Make this light or so help me. Now we have 5 minutes to down this before they get here, and we're gonna end up giving this to the kids, aren't we?
There's go in everything you do. 76 is there to fuel all the ways you go, go, go.
Coming up on Portland's afternoon news, we continue our in-depth coverage of Oregon's primary election results and how much do Americans still love their big trucks and mid-size SUVs. Find out.
Tell Alexa to play FM News 101 KXL anytime, anywhere.
From the Pacific Office Automation Studio.
KXL FM.
Portland. Vancouver. Salem.
All right, that's it for Portland's Morning News right here on FM News 101 KXL. Thanks for being with us on a super busy Wednesday post-election here in Oregon. Brett Recamp and Annette Newell in for Veronica Carter, Mark Camp, and Robbins are with us now. What's happening, guys?
Getting all ready for the show. David talking about how weird everything is.
Yeah,
seems like it's been weird for a while.
It's kind of a crazy time to be alive, and especially in this business. So it's a fun ride. Looks like the communist Multnomah County DA has been ousted. He blames vibes and frustration.
Vibes will get you every time.
Yeah, right. I mean, the vibes.
Every time.
Yeah, the vibes of people not, liking criminals not being locked up and all of that. Yeah, those will give you some bad vibes.
Yes, they will.
Yeah.
That's still
the president and vice president pushed the Trump Reich hoax. None of the aid that's been sent to Gaza through that new pier that we built
can't cast that yet.
has made it to the people who need it. None.
What?
I'm not surprised.
Oh, no. I mean,
a lot of people are not surprised.
bad.
It's sad, but yeah, easily predicted.
And also, a sign of the times, people are holding on to their cars for longer than ever before because new cars are expensive.
No doubt about it.
Yep.
I mean, do you think of your car right now, Scott?
Yeah.
How many miles you get?
Really not as much as I'm like 106,000, I guess, or something.
Oh.
No, I take that back. That was my old car. This car's only got like 90-some thousand on it.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, well, I plan on driving this for as long as I possibly can. Yes.
What do you have, David?
My truck has about 80,000 miles on it.
Okay.
You?
I got 170, and my wife has 225.
Yeah, I was surprised because your car looks great for 170,000 miles on it. It doesn't look like it.
No, it actually.
I mean, just looking at it, you go, oh, that's.
I mean, you don't see the little parts that are starting to rust.
Right. No. You cover them up nicely.
Thanks.
That Bondo works wonders.
I don't use Bondo. Come on. Boy, that used to be the thing, though, back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
It's a primer, baby.
Yep.
It'll look better. Forget that, rusted bucket of bolts. We'll make it look sharp.
And put $1,000 stereo system in it, too.
Of course.
That always helps. $500 car.
Well, that was then. This is now. AI can record and analyze everything you do on your computer. You want some of that?
No.
Just to sort of review it for you, to let you know how you're doing.
Yeah, no thanks.
I mean, people talk about, as far as your phone, any sort of electronics, it knows everything you're doing all the time anyway. You can never turn it off. When you think it's turned off, it's not turned off.
I know.
You're freaking out right now, David. You're saying, I've been saying this for years with that smart TV that my wife got. I didn't want it.
And everybody looks at me like I'm crazy because when I get home, I take my phone, I wrap it in tinfoil, and throw it in the freezer. I don't want anybody spying on me.
Tell you what, that tar paper shack in the mountains looks pretty good right now.
Yeah, it does.
Yep.
Of course it does. A few other things we'll get to a little bit later on. Today is National Vanilla Pudding Day.
Oh, yay.
Annette, you like that?
Yeah. That sounds good. That sounds...
More than chocolate?
That spell isn't
No,
ready.
I'm afraid
Okay,
chocolate.
see,
I'm
all
a
right,
chocolate
then
person.
That's still retarded. I can't cast
You would
that yet.
rather have vanilla
Something that matches my personality.
than chocolate? Well, your musical taste.
I can't do pudding anymore because one time I thought it was vanilla pudding, but it was tapioca stuff.
I love that too.
And I took a bite of it, and it's like chunky, right?
Yeah.
I thought it was
Yeah, the
bad,
texture.
and I started gagging, and now every time I'm not a fan of tapioca pudding, I found out, and I'm not a fan of pudding anymore.
What about coconut?
No.
No.
I can't do coconut. That's one thing I can't do.
Yeah. The texture thing, huh?
Exactly. There you go. The texture of it. Yes, I hate it.
Well, it's
Yeah.
like eating, wood chips.
Yes.
Golly. See, okay, I don't want to think about food anymore. A few other stories we'll get to. Well, McDonald's in Australia says they're retraining employees.
Yeah.
Now, did you see the photo that went viral showing this manager using the heat lamp to keep fries warm?
That's still retarded.
No.
And to
That
dry
spell
a mop
isn't
head?
ready yet.
Dry that up. Like, oh my gosh, right there next to the fries? That's nasty. And then somebody dropped a sandal into a chimpanzee's habitat zoo in China, and then the chimp threw it back.
Oh, there you go. Nice game of catch. Everybody loves that.
I love that. Yeah.
All right, y'all have a great day.
All right, thanks.
Bye.
I can't cast that yet.
Let's check Portland's traffic situation right now. Here is Jeff Austin.
Vancouver still seeing a problem. Westbound SR 14, right shoulder closed just past Lisa Road. Slow ride from Ellsworth. Keep that in mind. Southbound I-5, SR 500 down to 405. That one's going to take you 18 minutes. Westbound 84, 181st into downtown Portland, 27-minute ride. And Beaverton to Portland on Highway 26, 217 to 405, 13 minutes. Before school gets out, get your roof the attention it needs at Fisher Roofing. Trust Fisher Roofing employees with no subcontractors. Call 503-227-ROOF, fisherroof.com, CCB 4597. In the KXL Traffic Center, Jeff Austin.
The scattered shower chance alive throughout the afternoon into this evening and then becoming dry overnight tonight. Looks like about 62 today. Watch out for a spotty downpour with hail. I'm KGW's Rod Hill for FM News 101.
50 now in Portland.
Are you ready?
Jamie Markley, David Van Camp, and Scott Robbins.
We just become best friends. Yep.
Making sense of it all.
Now I get it.
And having some fun.
Lighten up, Francis.
This is the Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show.
All right. The Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show. Jamie Markley, David Van Camp, Scott Robbins. A lot going on. I know yesterday at this time we were talking about Good Morning America and ABC pushing this whole story. Trump is talking about the Third Reich. It's going to be like Nazi Germany.
Isn't ready.
It's in the commercial.
Yeah.
We're like, what are they talking about? It didn't take long to figure out exactly what happened, David.
No, someone made a cheap video supporting Donald Trump for president, and they used a pre-made graphics template of vintage newspapers. The template itself, when you download it, includes headlines from World War I to World War II, but you can add your own text instead. It's just, it's placeholder text, essentially. Yeah. Whoever made the video missed a headline, which is on the ad for less than a second, about a unified Reich. You really have to zoom in.
Yeah, I didn't see it.
No, it flies by and it's in the tinier print.
That's right.
And apparently that means Trump wants to be Hitler.
Yes.
Kamala Harris, the vice president, pushed that lie yesterday.
Oh my gosh. Of course she did. Why are we surprised?
In this moment, extremists are trying to divide our nation.
Yeah, you.
And we see them as they encourage xenophobia and hate.
Just yesterday you were on a college campus where they were talking about killing Jews?
Yeah.
Oh, this is different. Sorry.
The former president of the United States, who praises dictators, who said there were very fine people on both sides.
Oh my gosh. Still pushing it.
Dude, this
so easily debunked.
This is the strategy. The only strategy. This is it. We're seeing it play out every day now. Everybody's got their marching orders. He's going to be Hitler. He's xenophobic. He's dividing the country. He's going to be a dictator. This is the new mess. This is the messaging from these wieners because they got nothing else. They got nothing else. They can't talk about anything else.
Okay. That is just a easily
it's obnoxious. Of
lie.
Course. Let's not forget, took to social media and highlighted language from Nazi Germany. Highlighted language from Nazi Germany.
What's that, David?
Highlighted.
Yeah,
highlighted.
Yeah.
No idea where she got that from. That's a lie as well.
Terrible.
This kind of rhetoric is unsurprising coming from the former president, and it is appalling. And we got to tell him who we are.
Oh my gosh.
Unbelievable.
Well,
unbelievable.
And you think about it this way. This is just a few days after Biden gives a speech at a black college where he's telling the students, America doesn't love you. Been unfair to you. Just dividing all over the place. Wow. This Is it just desperation? Is that what you think?
It is.
Yes,
because
it is.
Now all of the major news networks have hopped on this thing, and I did the same test that you did with me, Jamie.
Okay.
Where apparently the setup is Trump is using Hitler language, and I've sent that clip to 3 different people asking where is the pro-Nazi reference in this. None of them knew what it was, and not all of them, by the way, like Trump. Say 2 out of the 3 really don't like Donald Trump. And they were like, is it the Make America Great Again? Like, what is it? Like, I don't understand. And then I had the screen grab, actually, where you zoom in. You have to zoom in to see it clearly, on your phone at least. And I said, yeah, that's the reference that the president, the vice president, and every major news outlet in America has said is scandalous. I mean, I've heard of, what do they call it? It's the subliminal messaging and all of this. Man, I think that's a crappy way of going about it.
Yes, subliminal messaging. And if you play that backwards, it says, I am a Nazi.
Oh, the old 80s. You play this record. Satan.
My sweet Satan.
Yes. Wasn't that the Zeppelin?
Zeppelin.
Yeah, Stairway to Heaven, yes.
The bustle in your hedgerow part, if you want to try it at home.
Yes.
And you had people, and I'm not talking about the neo-Nazis and the white nationalists, because they should be condemned totally.
Now, if you play that backwards, he says, I love Nazis.
I don't know. Nazis.
But you had many people in that group other than neo-Nazis and white nationalists, okay? And the press has treated them absolutely unfairly.
Who said there were very fine people on both sides in Charlottesville?
Golly. Guess you shouldn't be surprised.
That's the messaging, man.
Well, the thing is, and it's also one thing for the campaign to do it. That's despicable. But when you have legacy media still carrying the water for that lie, that's just awful. Meanwhile, I happened to see this, the Harvard-Harris poll on Israel and Hamas. Because there's been a lot of propaganda, as we've seen, and ceasefire, and the cost is too much for Israel to go in there, to Rafah.
That's still
to get the rest of Hamas.
I can't cast that yet.
Too many casualties. Just, poor people that want a better life in Gaza. And what about your heart for those people? And yes, of course, no one wants to see people die. Well over 50% of people, and closer to 75, said, Israel's got to go in there. And that it certainly looks like they're doing everything they can to minimize civilian casualties. It's like the people polled are not buying into the propaganda that's being pushed out by so many media outlets. That was great news to me.
Yeah, it is. I read the same poll. I was surprised, too, by the results. I really was. Because here's the thing. Sometimes you get a feel for what's going on in the country by watching news. You can't do that anymore.
No.
Because they're not talking to you, the mass audience. They're talking to the small part of the people who are yelling and screaming and jumping up and down because they're in with them.
David, do you feel like it's coming from the news side of the business that sort of world is still living in maybe the environment 10 to 20 years ago and not where we're at right now, with people getting their information and being able to figure out what's real and what's BS?
Well, I think that's kind of always existed, and certainly in my lifetime it's existed. But with the advent of social media, there is a distinct difference, in my view, in how these things wind up becoming popularized. Because most of the news that you see on CNN and MSNBC, even NBC, ABC, and CBS, is driven by what's trending on Twitter. And it's not that you ignore Twitter trends or Facebook trends, but you also have to remember that that is a tiny picture of what people really care about, much less how they feel. Because my goodness, if you go on Twitter and you're saying this is the country, you're getting ready to, again, go to the tar paper shack in the middle of the woods because our society's doomed. But these are people who never, talking about national media figures, a lot of times they never talk to people who are not either like-minded or in their same business. And
True.
so they all share the same Twitter feed, and they all get their news based on that. I mean, this is the reason why Nick Sandman became a national figure.
Something first.
Right.
Because in a sane world, this guy who had a grown man banging a drum in front of his face at the March for Life rally would never have been on the Today Show. But he was because he was trending on Twitter.
That's true. So you have a combination of that, and then like the stories of this, Trump wants to be Hitler nonsense. That is on purpose. They're developing that story for propaganda purposes.
That's the talking point coming from the campaign. I guarantee it. Guarantee it.
You know what? We'll get to this later. Talking about how sometimes you're like scratching your head of people that just don't know what the facts of something are. Like this fine people thing.
Yeah.
Bill Maher with Megyn Kelly is, the rioters, January 6th, they killed police. She's saying, no, they didn't. What, they died of natural causes? Well, kind of.
Yeah.
But we'll get to that a little bit later. Let's get to legalizing drugs being a good idea.
Oh, my gosh, yeah. Well, another far-left prosecutor has been voted out of office. This is Multnomah, I'm Bidening it now. Multnomah County, Oregon, Portland. DA Mike Schmidt lost by, it appears, will lose by a very wide margin to Nathan Vasquez, who works at the DA's office, by the way, and he was a Republican for a long time. He's not a fan of Donald Trump, so he switched his party affiliation to independent in 2017. But as it turns out, people don't like the results of a pro-crime prosecutor, so they said, we'll go with the guy who used to be a Republican in Portland, Oregon. Wow. It's crazy. And what's amazing is that Schmidt still supports what's called Measure 110. This is the law that decriminalized drug use. In a classic socialist move, he told KGW, it's a great idea, it just wasn't implemented correctly.
Oh, no.
Yes! Well, I think what we saw was a rollout of Measure 110 that didn't really hit the mark. I think when people voted, myself included, we wanted treatment to be there and available to people. That's why we wanted to do that. And obviously, at the same time, a pandemic hit our community and fentanyl came on our streets, and the treatment wasn't there. And so I think people lost patience with that type of approach. But, I'm hopeful that we stay with our focus on helping people who are addicted get treatment.
David and I were texting about this earlier. That's all I can think is, see, the right form of Marxism just hasn't been tried yet.
True.
We would do it right now.
Yeah, true communism has never been tried. That's what they always say.
Yes.
Well, what is it about legalizing drugs you missed the mark on? You wanted to legalize drugs.
Yeah, but it was a disaster because you had all these
people.
people.
Missed the mark?
Yeah, I mean, we thought heroin addicts, we can help them legalize this stuff, and then there would be treatment for these people, and then it just didn't work out the way we wanted to do it. If we would have done it the right way, it would have been great.
Yeah. And the naive thought that they're
going to run... hands tied to what I could do.
That they're going to run to treatment and just stop doing it.
Right.
It's remarkable.
Yeah, it's really something, man. By the way, and I just say
missed the mark. Golly.
One of the greatest things you can do, and I've heard people say this, it's true, is at some point, if you've been wrong about something, to give in and say, you know what, I was wrong about that.
Yeah.
I got it. I totally booted it. I was wrong. Then there's freedom after that. But to keep trying this act, it just wasn't done the right way. Man, I saw a story, I thought of you instantly, Scott. I thought this was pretty cool. Even though you have said some of these prom proposals get out of hand. It's ridiculous.
Skywriting and all
that.
Yeah.
But if you could get baseball stud Bryce Harper to ask the girl for you, that would be pretty cool. And that's what this kid did.
Golly, that's great.
Jake Portello. Yes, I think we have the audio, right? Oh, yeah, we do. Here, roll it out.
Hi, Julia. How's it going? Jake wants to ask you prom, so I thought I'd help him out. Can we go to prom with him? Yes! Awesome.
That's Bryce Harper, right at the door. Wow. He comes to the door, that's Bryce Harper standing there.
Came to their house?
Yes.
Oh, man.
Yes, you can barely hear him. He's like, yeah, he wants to go to prom with you.
Jake wants to ask you prom, so I thought I'd help him out. Can we go to prom with him? Yes. Awesome. There you go.
She hugs Bryce Harper before the kid, but that's fine. That's understandable. Then you got Dad coming out. Hey, how are you?
I feel really bad for Bryce Harper's agent now because you know that guy's email is blowing up right now.
Oh, buddy. Oh, yeah. Please, hi, Bryce. I have a request. I'm sorry, buddy. Okay, David has a clip of MSNBC. You'll definitely want to hear, and more straight ahead.
I can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready.
The Angie's List you know and trust is now Angie, and we're so much more than just a list. We still connect you with top local pros and show you ratings and reviews, but now we also let you compare upfront prices on hundreds of projects and book a service instantly. We can even handle the rest of your project from start to finish. So remember, Angie's List is now Angie, and we're here to get your job done right. Get started at Angie.com. That's ANGI, or download the app today.
Whether you own a local business or a global one, you're always looking for ways to position your operation to create opportunities and move on them faster. With Bank of America, you get access to experts, award-winning insights, and business solutions so powerful, you'll make every move matter, locally and globally. Visit bankofamerica.com/banking for business to learn more. What would you like the power to do? Copyright 2024 Bank of America N.A.
Why is Navage perfect for allergy sufferers? Rhino Systems Medical Director Dr. Howard Levine explains.
If someone's exposed to allergens, they can get rid of those immediately by washing out the nose. Navage works by pulling saline in one nostril, through the nose and out the other nostril, sucking out allergens, mucus, dust, and germs. Experience on-the-spot relief so you can breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier.
Navage is available at Sam's Club, Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, or online at Navage.com. Navage. Breathe easy.
I'm Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I learned about atrial fibrillation the hard way. My symptoms would come and go. Shortness of breath, fatigue. I kept going. Then I got so lightheaded, I couldn't. My doctor said I have AFib, so I'm about 5 times more likely to have a stroke. Other symptoms, irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain can come and go, but the risk of stroke stays. If you have symptoms, tell a doctor. Visit NoTimeToWait.com.
Sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
The roof on your house does more than just keep the northwest weather out. It protects your home and your family. Fisher Roofing knows this. All of their crews are employees, not subcontractors. You work with one project manager, start to finish, for new roofs, repair, maintenance, gutters, and more. On time and at the right price, thanks to the experience and buying power earned by Fisher Roofing over the last 4 decades. It's Brett Recamp for Fisher Roofing. Everything your roof needs. Call 503-227-ROOF. FisherRoof.com. CCB 45970.
You're free now. Free to kick back, relax, and stream beyond your wildest dreams.
Rom-coms, slasher-coms, space operas, space westerns, cupcake bake-offs on Mars.
Free to fill your feed with impossibly chonky junkers.
Cats, corgis, babies on demand.
Free to make your smart devices do silly things.
Bowl of chips on the robo-vacuum.
And master devices that have no business being smart.
Smart forks, smart toothbrushes, smart tortilla makers.
Free to open a world of remote work and a portal into Gametopia.
Who's the boss now?
Free to be everything you imagine, and then some. That's how it feels to have Quantum Fiber Internet. Because with Quantum Fiber, you get peace of mind with a price for life.
That means you keep your internet service monthly rate for as long as you keep your plan. No promo pricing or rate hikes. Internet service monthly rate subject to continued plan availability.
Quantum Fiber, your world unleashed. Learn more at quantumfiber.com. Limited availability. Service in select locations only.
The IRS finally caught up with Louie.
I hadn't paid my taxes in 8 years. I owe the IRS a lot of money.
Louie was in deep trouble.
We're going to take your house, put a lien on your bank account, garnish your pay. They don't care. They're going to take your paycheck.
Louie found out about Optima Tax Relief, the leading tax resolution firm. A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau, they've resolved over $1 billion for their clients.
Optima Tax, they help me. They calm me down. They make me feel comfortable, and I trust them.
Louie has a lot to be thankful for.
I don't owe the IRS anymore, and I'm able to live a comfortable life, a lot better life. It was because of Optima Tax.
For tax help you can trust, call Optima now for a free consultation. Take it from Louie.
If you owe the IRS, don't go it alone. give Optima Tax a call. They can help you.
Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. Optima Tax Relief. Testimonial from an actual client. Some restrictions apply. For early details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
When we say stay connected on KXL, we mean stay connected all day. In the morning, find out what's going on in Portland and around the world with Portland's Morning News, with traffic and weather on the 7s from 5 to 9. Then the Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show share their thoughts from 9 to noon, followed by 4 hours of provocative talk with the Lars Larson Show from noon to 4. Then find out what you may have missed from 4 to 7 with Portland's afternoon news and traffic and weather on the 7s. Stay connected all day with FM News 101 KXL.
Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show. Jamie Markley, David Van Camp, Scott Robbins. All right, David, you have a clip. I'm looking forward to hearing this.
Well, we keep hearing from media outlets that, the only reason people are down on the economy is because they just don't know how great it is. Because, if you look at this and these numbers and unemployment and blah, 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 blah. No, man, I'm sorry, but Walmart shoppers are undefeated in economic analysis right now.
But that Robert Wright guy said the economy's great, but Biden still needs to focus on character.
Okay, yeah. MSNBC's Stephanie Rule says people need to be explained to, okay? Because they're doing well financially. Just look at how fast food restaurants are lowering prices.
Wendy's is now offering a $3 breakfast deal, and rivals like McDonald's are offering new, lower-priced value meals. We need an economic explainer. People are confused, they're exhausted, but they're also doing quite well.
A sign that they're not doing well is when they lower the prices like that at fast food restaurants, you dope.
Well, yeah, because the cost of... There was a chart, and I don't have the numbers right in front of me. There was a chart showing the cost of different meals at, Chick-fil-A, McDonald's, Taco Bell, and all that, and just how insanely more expensive it is right now due to inflation, the cost of producing goods, and there are a lot of reasons behind that. Not all of them are under the control of the president, obviously. We don't have a central planned economy, but the reason fast food restaurants are adjusting to this is because they want to have people still going through the drive-through lines.
Yes.
I can't count that yet.
Yes, of course.
And she is acting like, they have these new value meals because people feel like things are more expensive. No, they have it because people are noticing things are more expensive.
Man, oh man.
I get at least once a week somebody will send me a picture after their drive-through route of how much they paid for their hamburger, fries, Coke, and their kids' chicken nuggets or whatever, right?
Yeah.
I mean, like $30 or something,
Right.
There's no, of course.
Okay, going back to something we've talked about before about different media outlets basically getting the same talking points in some sort of way, right? Is it just a coincidence that take happens the day after Strahan on Good Morning America? I mean, they promoted
And the fast food wars, we'll see if the new offer that's really irresistible. But first, we'll go back to San Jose.
Remember? There was see? This is good.
Yeah, right.
Somebody should do the irresistible menu.
Wasn't the reason that I brought that up, but But I figured you would probably pounce on that.
Well, sure.
Of course, that's part of what you do.
Low-hanging fruit, brother.
Better believe it. Okay. Speaking of that,
that's still recharging.
Well, a trans golfer may be playing in the U.S. Women's Open.
Come on, man.
I'm serious. That's a story we'll have to get to later. This is the Markley, Van Camp, Robbins Show. All right. Biggest story of the day, David?
Biggest story of the day. There is a lot to choose from. To me, it really is that now you got the president, the vice president, and at most, if not all, major media outlets pushing this hoax that Donald Trump was promising a new Reich.
I can't cast that.
If he wins re-election, he is bringing to mind imagery from Nazi Germany, when that's not true.
No, and it's also not true he's going to reunite the original Queensryche with Jeff Tate and Chris DeGarmo.
It's too far away.
Although that would be cool.
That would be cool.
Doing Operation Mindcrime in its entirety.
You can't do it any less. You can't just do a couple of songs. You got to do it all.
Preach, bro.
Yeah.
All right, news update and what's your story? Straight ahead.
Portland's news, traffic, and weather station. FM News 101, KXL.
Memorial Day means the beginning of summer, and that means it's grilling season. Lars here. Look no further than my friends at Butcher Boys for all your grilling needs. It's been my meat shop of choice for years. Contact Butcher Boys for more information. That's Butcher Boys off 4th Plain in Vancouver.
Mom, I can't sleep. It's too hot.
Sorry, honey. The air conditioner repair guy can't make it out for 2 weeks to fix it.
Don't let this be your home when the first heat wave hits the area. Call Apex Air. Just like your car, your air conditioner needs upkeep and maintenance to keep it running smoothly and efficiently. If not done, you could end up with an expensive fix. Apex Air provides maintenance and repair to keep your home comfortable. Apex Air, where comfort meets quality. Online at apexairco.com.
CCB number 203034.
FM News 101 KXL wants to send you on a magical vacation to Orlando. Stream FM News 101 KXL online and be listening for the keywords to win. Then head over to KXL.com to enter to win passes to the best theme parks in Orlando.
CBS News brief. Multiple deaths after a powerful tornado slammed Greenfield, Iowa. It's still a search and rescue operation.
We ain't going anywhere. You know, we're going to help out everybody we can. We did a lot of help. We pulled some people out of their houses.
Shooting at a linen company in Chester, Pennsylvania.
So we've got 2 people dead. I had to go in and look at their poor bodies. These people just went to work today, like every other day, thinking that they're just carrying on with their life, and now they're laying on the ground dead.
DA Jack Stolzheimer says 3 others were wounded. A suspect is in custody. The White House says it opposes unilateral recognition for a Palestinian state. Today, Ireland, Norway, and Spain did just that. Irish Prime Minister Simon Harris.
We do so because we believe in freedom and justice as the fundamental principles of international law.
A Tennessee judge has blocked the auction of Graceland. Tomorrow, CBS News Brief. I'm Steve Kathan.
Wilsonville to Portland, north on I-5 from Wilsonville Road to the Markham Bridge. 21-minute drive. Southbound I-5 from SR 500 to 405. That one's going to be a 14-minute trip. Highway 26 eastbound, Corn Pass to the tunnel, 18-minute ride. This report sponsored by Compassion International. Every day a child in poverty waits for a sponsor. It's another day for hopelessness. There are thousands of kids waiting over a year. In their wait, sponsor a child with compassion today. Text the word radio to 83393. In the KXL Traffic Center, I'm Jeff Austin.
Scattered showers this afternoon, 62 degrees. Could be a spotty downpour with hail. Tomorrow it's all dry and 69. Back to showers Friday and Saturday. We still have dry weather on Sunday and Monday. I'm Rod Hill, FM News 101.
Weston Kia, Oregon's all-time leader in Kia sales, has the 2024 Kia Forte for only $178 per month or a Soul for only $199 per month for 24 months. It's the Kia Summer Sticker Sales Event at Weston Kia. Number 1 in sales, January 94 through December 23 for Kia Corp. See dealer for these details. Offer expires June 3rd, 2024.
I'm here from All Surface Roofing and Maintenance, and an online quote for roof cleaning sounds great, right? Get a price right over the internet without talking to a company? That's interesting. Sure, it might be convenient for the contractor, but it won't be accurate. Companies can't diagnose the extent of your roof's condition or moss problem with a satellite image, so they guesstimate, which can lead to misdiagnosis, underbidding, and you being told on the spot you need to pay more than what you were first quoted. At All Surface, we don't do online quotes. We send an experienced estimator to your home to inspect your roof. They'll check out your roof's surroundings, condition, and determine what type of moss infestation you have, something that can only be done in person. This means you get the right cleaning and maintenance method for your roof with an ironclad quote to match. No guesstimates, no bad surprises. Your roof protects you. All Surface protects your roof. Schedule your free roof estimate at allsurfaceportland.com or call 503-570-ROOF. That's allsurfaceportland.com.
Oregon CCB 29489. What are you doing?
Hoping the phone will ring.
Hoping, huh? Has business slowed down that much?
You have no idea. A year ago, we had a
waiting list. I was turning business away. Now, nothing.
So why haven't you called Alpha Media?
Alpha who?
Alpha Media. They're a marketing company that did a free 360-degree review of my current marketing and put together a campaign that does audio, video, and online marketing. And since then, my sales have doubled.
Double? Where do I reach out?
AdvertisePNW.com.
4 wheels to 20 wheels. Diesel trucks? Yeah, we fix those. Ultimate Truck Service. If your diesel pusher RV or truck needs service, or you are experiencing hard starting issues, too much condensation, suspension, or braking problems, Ultimate Truck Service can help. Find them at ultimatetruckservice.com.
All right, the Markley Van Camp and Robin Show. I'm Jamie Markley, the Gen Xer. David Van Camp, the millennial, the sexy boomer, Scott Robbins. I don't know if DVC was just toying with us, Scott, with a headline he saw, or if it's a real story.
Oh, it's a real story.
This is insane.
Yeah. Well, you know, Red Lobster is going it's bankrupt, and several locations around the country have had to close as a result. They point to the all-you-can-eat shrimp promotion that they had, and people were eating way more shrimp than they thought they would. Yeah.
Yes. Well, there's a one story of that one woman that sat there for 4 hours and put away over 100.
Yeah. MSNBC.com opinion piece by Robin Autry. The headline, I'll read this to you. Why Red Lobster's downfall hits differently for black communities.
Give me a break. Seriously?
So,
are you serious?
According to this article, now I did not know this, but according to the article, Bill Darden opened the first Red Lobster restaurant south of Orlando, Florida in 1968. And as he'd done with the first restaurant he'd opened, Darden insisted that Red Lobster be fully integrated. And so, I mean, that's certainly an interesting story. I had no idea that was the case.
Okay.
But apparently, there is collective memory within black people that Red Lobster was one of the good guys during a fraught time in our nation's history.
Okay, so how old would you have to be, do you suppose? I'm just thinking about different friends of mine. And if there was this special love for Red Lobster that was there, and maybe I just didn't know it, but I'm thinking maybe that was someone, like, older than Gen Xers? Would it be boomers and beyond?
I don't really know, because, I mean, Red Lobster wasn't a chain when the first one opened, so yeah, I'm not really sure. I think that's a very... This is a thesis in search of a premise, I guess.
That's what it feels like.
Yeah.
This is stirring up something that doesn't exist to stir it up.
Yeah. Well,
it's crazy.
Here's part of the article. The rise and slide of Red Lobster and all the stumbles along the way parallels a rise and backslide of black working and middle-class gains. The sort of economic mobility we associate with the 1970s and 80s when Red Lobsters were being built has slowed for many Americans and even reversed for many black Americans. Black children raised in middle-class households are less likely than ever and significantly less likely than white children to remain in the middle class or ascend as adults. And that's why Red Lobster, I didn't know.
Is it part of that because of marriage rates?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
What does this have to do with Red Lobster?
Because I did not know this, but I learned something. In addition to the founder of Red Lobster insisting that his restaurant be integrated at a time when he did not have to do that, I did not know that Red Lobster was a black success barometer. If Red Lobster's doing well, black people are doing well. If Red Lobster's not doing well, black people are not doing well. I didn't know that. I learned that from MSNBC.
Wow. Okay.
Or at least that's the premise of the article.
Wow. So is it ever possible that if black people were doing well and Red Lobster was doing well, that maybe at the same time white people weren't doing as good and there were less there? Or is it everybody? I mean, I'm trying to figure out, was there a case in time people were going and all of a sudden...
Hey, where are the white women at?
Hey, it's like, what's going on?
Well, that's what's known as the Applebee's Index. Okay? That's how you can judge how well the whites are doing.
Everything's got to be about race, hasn't it?
I remember their first tagline, Red Lobster, a celebration of food for people of color. Remember that?
No, I don't remember that. I thought you were serious for a second.
That was the tagline.
Was it?
That's-
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I added the other part, yeah.
I can't cast that.
All right. Speaking of race, it's not going well for Biden. Just as a side note, before we get to the next story, you see this hemorrhaging of the black vote for Biden right now.
Oh, yeah.
The panic is on.
Oh, yeah.
And Maze Moore, you're familiar with his work, David?
Yeah, he does a lot of the. He will dig up old video of people talking about one thing or another, puts together some good montages. He's very good at what he does. Yeah.
Okay. He put together this piece, and I had forgotten about this. When Cory Booker was accusing Biden of being racist during the last campaign.
Oh, I forgot about this.
And then when Biden was asked about like an apology to Cory Booker, it's like, no, he should be apologizing to me. He knows better. And his use of the term boy, because he's done this several times.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if this was Trump?
No.
Holy cow. Roll the audio.
He used words like boy in a way that caused a lot of hurt and harm, and I called him out on it. And instead of coming forward and saying, I could have said that better, or let me tell you what I meant, he fell into a defensive crouch and tried to reassign blame and said that I should apologize to him.
Are you going to thank guys like Cory Booker?
Apologize for what?
That's still retarded.
Corey should apologize. He knows better.
You remember that now?
Yeah, I do now. Yeah, I do remember. It was sort of a small thing at the time, I felt.
Well, I think at the time, no one ever thought Biden was going to be the guy at the end.
Right.
Because the senility was already showing.
You got a hell of a new governor in Wes Moore, I tell you.
Remember this?
He's the real deal. The boy looks like he can still play.
Uh-oh. And then there was the infamous...
He got some guns on him.
Yeah.
LLJ Cool J. By the way, that boy's got, that man's got biceps bigger than my thighs. I think he spent with my senior advisor and boy who knows Louisiana very, very well, man, and New Orleans and Cedric Richmond. You want to come and make a speech? Hush up, boy.
Man, there's several examples there, aren't there?
Again, just imagine if that was Trump.
No.
Holy cow.
But did you see he shared a video that in tiny print, if you freeze frame in 1/10 of a second, you see the word Reich in there?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Trump, he's talking about turning America into Nazi Germany.
Unbelievable. All right, it's that part of the show. Going around the table may not be the biggest story out there, but it caught your attention. David, today, what's your story?
I love this because I love to see bad people fail. I also love this story because I love corporate speak. I'm a big fan of it. So the Washington Post is trying to regain some audience and make money. They've got a new Build It plan. They called it Build It, which I'm sure the boss was, huddled for weeks with a team. We need something snappy. We need something that really conveys the message. Something like Build It. And every single one of the people who worked under him said, we're going to call it Build It in the end. Why do we have to have all these meetings? Well, I just want to try to get some synergy going. A month later, they're just going to call it Build It, right?
Right.
So, according to a report from Semaphore, Washington Post CEO Will Lewis noted that the paper lost $77 million over the past year and saw a 50% drop-off in audience since 2020.
Wow.
And they've got, though, 3 pillars of the new strategy, the Build It plan.
I'm trying to take in those numbers, dude. That's staggering.
Yeah.
Oh,
yes. Oh, go ahead.
So 3 pillars of the new Build It strategy. Okay, this is groundbreaking. Okay.
All right.
Great journalism, happy customers, and making money.
Just get out of my sight. Just go. Who came up with that? How much money did he spend on that?
That's a great question. I mean, what a groundbreaking concept for a business. Make money by producing something people want to pay for.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, the great journalism part, that's out of reach for them.
It is.
Oh, I should have said a long time ago.
You know, what are you going to hire Matt Taibbi? You going to try to redo this thing? That's not going to happen. The corporate speak is awesome. Build it.
Yes, build it.
All right, Scott, what do you got today for your story?
Well, it looks like the embattled Fulton County DA, Fonnie Willis's political career will live to see another day. She won the primary election Tuesday and will face off against some GOP challenger. I don't know who that even is right now, but somebody will run against her and lose. I don't know whoever that is. I mean, they're just going to keep voting for her. Now, the big party, the shindig, took place afterwards. And there was a lot of people gathered, and they were celebrating her victory. So guess who came waltzing through the door?
The pastor at church where she showed up.
No. Nathan Wade. What? Yes.
Wow.
Nathan got in on the action last night. Darn right he did. And they say he came walking in like he had no care in the world. Bibbity boop bop. Walked through the door. There he was. So, Fonnie, when giving her speech, said, "So, ladies and gentlemen, tonight, every now and then you get to stop and smell the roses. And tonight, we're going to stop and smell these roses. We're going to celebrate. We're going to party the day-drinking Grey Goose in case anybody wonder, quote, post-quote."
Going Grey Goose.
So they were going Grey Goose.
Oh,
yep. Little Dave boozing with some Grey Goose. And Nathan Wade was there to party with them.
She's been a victim, you know.
How uncomfortable is that? That dude's got, he's got brass, I'll tell you that.
Well, they still respect each other. That's the word. Isn't that what they both said?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's old Nathan.
Well, they're probably still knocking boots.
That's what I was wondering.
I thought they broke up last August.
They did, well, sounds like there might be some.
Yeah, I think the trials and tribulations of Fonnie Willis has only brought them closer together now.
Yeah, get a couple of bottles of Grey Goose and head to the cabin.
I can't help it now. Every time Fonnie Willis comes up, all I can hear in my head is Trump saying she added a little French to it. Because her name was Fanny.
Yeah. Fonnie.
Yeah, that's it.
It's spelled Fanny. It's spelled Fanny like your ass, right, Fanny? But when she became DA, she decided to add a little French, a little fancy. Fonnie.
It gets me every time. Let's do it. Okay. For my story today, saw this, man. Somebody spoke out, female golfer, talking about the transgender golfer Haley Davidson, who does have a legit chance to compete in the U.S. Women's Open because right now they're the first alternate.
Yeah.
So if someone drops out,
gets hurt or whatever, yeah.
Yeah. Then the transgender golfer would be playing in the U.S. Women's Open. Dang. Yes. This person, Davidson, did play for multiple men's teams in college. I mean, do you remember what this person looks like? I mean, she has an advantage off the tee. But anyway, so you have this other golfer coming out saying, okay, you can't use my name. But I can tell you what the other players are saying, how crazy this is. So, well, first of all, the best part when they were going through the qualifier was, this is the quote, when he, him, she, her, it, whatever, hold out from 40 feet off the green and goes, bleep, yeah, the F word.
Oh, boy.
With the lowest male tone I heard all day.
Yeah. F yeah.
Everyone was in shock. Not a single person clapped. And person doesn't believe that she or any of the female golfers should be put in a position to have to compete against biological males. But the LPGA and USGA believe differently, at least for now. So we'll see where this goes, because there are, different ruling bodies. And one of them ruled, okay, whoever you were at birth, that's what you got to go by.
Yep.
All right, there's no hoops you can jump through to get through to play with the women. But apparently with the USGA, it's different because if you have undergone gender reassignment surgery and met hormonal therapy requirements, then you could play. And the player that was doing the interview said, obviously not in agreement, there's no other way to explain it. If you neuter a male dog, it's still a male dog. Which is quite a quote.
You know, that's true. Yeah.
You never called him a female dog. I believe if transgender dog is getting more attention, a.k.a. popular, do a trans open for them. And a lot of people have said, you know what, that's probably the way to go. It's not fair.
We're here at the trans open.
Yes. Light gallery today.
Yeah.
Yes. You would probably say. Okay. Biden releases 1 million barrels of gas. Do you hear this? We'll get to that and much more coming up right now.
It's our favorite leak filter trusted pro, Matt. Matt, come in, come in.
Hi, Mrs. Sparks. You wanted me to stop by. Is everything okay with your leaf filter gutter protection system?
Okay, of course, silly. We wanted you to stop by for dinner as our way of thanking you. Yes, to thank you for that free gutter inspection, the free estimate, and what was the other thing? That lifetime guarantee.
Well, Mr. and Mrs. Sparks, those are just Leaf Filter's policies. Everyone who calls Leaf Filter gets a trusted pro to come out for a free gutter inspection and estimate. And every Leaf Filter installation comes with a lifetime guarantee.
So it's not just us?
No, sir. We don't want anyone to worry about clogged gutters ever again.
You mean everyone gets this level of service?
Everyone. They just need to visit leaffilter.com/vancamp to schedule their free inspection.
Okay, but you must be starving. You work so hard. Ready to love your gutter protection as much as we do? Visit leaffilter.com/vancamp and get up to 30% off today.
See representative for warranty details. Promotion is 20% off plus a 10% senior or military discount. 1 discount per household.
I'm Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I learned about atrial fibrillation the hard way. My symptoms would come and go. Shortness of breath, fatigue. I kept going. Then I got so lightheaded, I couldn't. My doctor said I had AIDS. I'm about 5 times more likely to have a stroke. Other symptoms, irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain can come and go. But the risk of stroke stays. If you have symptoms, tell a doctor. Visit NoTimeToWait.com.
Sponsored by Bristol Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
My doctor told me my cholesterol is borderline, so I took control with Garlic Healthy Cholesterol Formula. Garlic helps maintain healthy cholesterol safely and naturally. It's odor and taste-free, and Garlic is a world leader in garlic potency. I'm taking charge of my cholesterol with Garlic Healthy Cholesterol Formula. Cholesterol is a natural enemy.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. The term natural references only the garlic in the product. Use as directed.
Vancouver, stick out your crash 164th at 34th, causing onlooker delays. Traffic does remain light this morning. Your travel time between Portland and Salem, either direction on I-5, is going to be a 44-minute commute time. This report sponsored by Mattress Firm. Mattress Firm's Memorial Day sale is here. Get a Sleepy's Queen mattress at the lowest price ever, just $89.99. This deal ends Tuesday, so don't wait. Visit Mattress Firm and save over 60%. In-store pickup only. While supplies last, find your nearest one today. In the KXL Traffic Center, I'm Jeff Austin.
Keeping the scattered shower chance alive throughout the afternoon into this evening and then becoming dry overnight tonight. Looks like about 62 today. Watch out for spotty downpour with hail. KGW's Rod Hill for FM News 101.
A trip to the backcountry for a hike. So calming. So peaceful. So, it's time to split. That's when you need to get out. And a Ford Explorer SUV with all-wheel drive and optional seating for 7 is your key to survival. The outdoors can be unpredictable, but a Ford Explorer lets you make tracks out of the woods. Get a great deal on an Explorer today, only at your local Ford dealer.
Life's busy, and off is not an option. You need to be on the water, on the call, on the road. Life's waiting. Power on with Batteries Plus.
Visit one of over 700 locations today.
Started by the homeless for the homeless.
I had a dream to give people meaningful work.
One woman made this a reality.
It's wonderful to get charity. It's even more empowering to contribute to your own well-being.
Today, how a grassroots nonprofit is part of the solution, helping the homeless earn a living.
If you provide opportunities for people, they will show up to work and improve themselves.
The power a simple job has on the community.
I've seen them change for the better.
Today at 5 on Point 6 News. Watching out for you.
Changing seasons can bring all sorts of unexpected surprises, including water damage to your home. Make sure you call Dry Medic. They're your 24/7 lifeline for water damage. Reliable and quick to respond from leaky ceilings to plumbing malfunctions, Dry Medic's skilled team can guide you through the process for rapid restoration. They've seen it all, having served the Portland area for over 14 years. Search Dry Medic Restoration Services of Portland for details. CCB number 187557.
FM News 101, KXL. There's been a lot of discussion lately about social media.
TikTok blowback against Facebook.
Remember to follow us on Twitter and Facebook and stay connected. FM News 101, KXL.
The Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show. Jamie Markley, David Van Camp, Scott Robbins. Recently had some huge news not a lot of people are talking about. For the first time in our history, the interest we pay on the national debt surpassed every individual budget item except Social Security.
That's right. The U.S. now spends more on interest than on national defense or even Medicare. It's only getting worse as big government keeps printing and spending more money.
That's why savvy investors, central banks, and concerned savers are turning to gold, something not tied to the inflated U.S. dollar. You can too with the help of Birch Gold.
For over 20 years, Birch Gold Group has helped thousands of Americans protect their savings by converting an IRA or 401k into an IRA in physical gold.
Yeah, to learn more, all you got to do is text NVCR to 989898 and claim your free, no obligation info kit on gold.
Birch Gold has an education-first approach, which is why they have thousands of happy customers and countless five-star reviews.
Protect your savings. Text MVCR to 989898 today. Okay, so Biden did what here, David?
After I signed the PAC Act into law.
Cadillac Act. The Biden administration said it is releasing 1 million barrels of gasoline from a Northeast reserve. Now, this reserve was established after Superstorm Sandy. These things, because this is actually just gasoline. Now, you're not even talking about, petroleum here. This is for something? Absolute emergencies.
Well, he saw the poll numbers.
It's an emergency. 911.
Yeah, and so what he's doing is he's releasing these reserves to try to salvage his poll numbers ahead of the busier summer driving season instead of actually, being a better president.
Well, Trump is going to stash all those barrels at Mar-a-Lago if he's elected.
Yeah, the threat to democracy.
That's right.
Safe travels.
Oh, my gosh. This is the Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show. It's no secret, when you spend less money on running your business, you get to keep more money. It's simple math.
And that can be a tall order right now because everything is so expensive. That's why smart businesses are graduating to NetSuite by Oracle.
Reduce costs and headaches with the #1 cloud financial system.
NetSuite brings accounting, financial management, inventory, HR, all into one platform and one source of truth.
You cut the cost of maintaining multiple systems because you've got one unified business management suite.
With NetSuite, you reduce IT costs because NetSuite lives in the cloud with no hardware required.
You improve efficiency by bringing all of your major business processes into one platform, slashing manual tasks and errors.
Over 37,000 companies have already made the move, so you do the math. See how you'll profit with NetSuite.
By popular demand, NetSuite has extended its one-of-a-kind flexible financing program for a few more weeks. Head to netsuite.com/MVR.
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 Hey, boss, we're almost ready, but I have 2 pieces of news. One bad and one really bad. Which one do you want to hear first?
Seriously? Okay, tell me the bad one first.
The grand opening is in 5 minutes. and a line of 100 people is already at the door.
Okay, we can handle that. And what's the really bad one?
The really bad news is that the internet keeps going down.
What? Oh, we need reliable internet.
Honey, it's just a bad dream. Wake up.
I had a nightmare. I couldn't open the cafe. The internet wasn't working.
Don't lose sleep over your business's internet. Get AT&T Internet Air for Business with easy setup today. Reliable nationwide internet with simple plans at low prices. So you can set it, forget it, and get back to business. And enjoy a good night's rest. Visit att.com/bizinternetair today. AT&T Business.
Make it a part of your regular routine to get the latest news.
From the Pacific Office Automation Studio.
KXL-FM.
Portland, Vancouver, Salem.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by Progressive Insurance.
I'm Steve Kathan. Multiple deaths reported. A search and rescue operations going on today in Greenfield, Iowa, a city of about 2,000 people that was ripped up by a tornado.
I just want to thank God for keeping us safe and everybody coming together to help. It was scary.
CBS's Roxana Saberi.
Some have started to pick through the pieces of the rubble. We've seen children picking through, seeing what they can salvage. Our producer Cassandra spoke to one man who said that one of his relatives was here yesterday when the tornado hit, and he was tossed into the air 3 blocks away, and he was sent to one of the local hospitals. We've seen people crying, tearing up, and some just at a loss for words.
Now to Chester, Pennsylvania, where 2 people were shot and killed at a linen company, 3 others wounded. DA Jack Stolzheimer says a suspect is under arrest.
There's just too many guns in the hands of people who shouldn't have them, and here you've got somebody who's a disgruntled employee of this business, doesn't like some of his coworkers for whatever reason, and decides to come in and kill them.
The White House says it opposes unilateral recognition of a Palestinian state. Earlier today, 3 U.S. allies took that very step.
Ireland's Prime Minister Simon Harris made the announcement that Ireland, Norway, and Spain are taking steps to recognize a state of Palestine, adding,
I've spoken with a number of other leaders and counterparts, and I'm confident that further countries will join us in taking this important step.
insisting Ireland remains committed to Israel's security. Israel, though, pulling its ambassadors from all 3 countries. Vicky Barker, CBS News, London.
On a day when inflation numbers in Britain turned in the best showing in 3 years, Conservative Prime Minister Rishi Sunak called for new elections on July 4th. In Tehran,
Yo, Hossein!
Funeral today for Iran's late president, the foreign minister, and others
Hello.
killed in last weekend's helicopter crash. Correspondent Jim
Safe
Casula tells
travels.
us a major credit card company has a high-tech plan to cut fraud.
MasterCard says it expects to be able to discover that your credit or debit card number has been compromised well before it ends up in the hands of a cyber criminal. The credit card company plans to start using artificial intelligence in its fraud prediction technology. MasterCard expects the system will spot patterns in stolen cards faster and allow banks to replace them before they can be used by criminals.
A Memphis judge stepping in today to stop tomorrow's planned sale of Graceland. Company claims that the Elvis estate was put up for collateral for a loan that hasn't been paid back. Wall Street right now, the Dow is down 29 points. This is CBS News.
Sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Protect your family, your phone, and your furry friends with life, electronic device, and pet health insurance.
I'm Grant MacHill in the FM News 101 KXL News Center, and essentially all of the Portland metro area bonds and school levies are passing. Here's Mitch Elliott with the latest.
The Portland gas tax is being renewed. The Portland Public School levy is also headed for passage. Same with a bond for the Oregon Zoo. That one will renew a set of bonds to raise $350 million. Also getting a thumbs up from voters are things like the Urban Flood Safety and Water Quality District Bond. It will raise $150 million to fund upgrades. The system of levees, pumps, and pipes along the Columbia River. Gresham Police and Fire got their bond through. So did Tualatin Valley Fire and Rescue and the Tualatin Hills Park and Recreation District measure. One thing that did go down was the urban growth boundary expansion in North Plains. Mitch Elliott, FM News 101.
Traffic and the forecast in a minute in FM News 101 KXL.
When you want the best in Kia, come to Weston Kia, 223rd and Stark.
You're free now.
Free to kick back, relax, and stream beyond your wildest dreams.
Rom-coms, slasher coms, space operas, space westerns, cupcake bake-offs on Mars.
Free to fill your feed with impossibly chonky chonkers.
Cats, corgis, babies on demand.
Free to make your smart devices do silly things.
Bowl of chips on the robo-vacuum.
And master devices that have no business being smart.
Smart forks, smart toothbrushes, smart tortilla makers.
Free to open a world of remote work and a portal into Gametopia.
Who's the boss now?
Free to be everything you imagine, and then some. That's how it feels to have Quantum Fiber internet. Because with Quantum Fiber, you get peace of mind with a price for life.
That means you keep your internet service monthly rate for as long as you keep your plan. No promo pricing or rate hikes. Internet service monthly rate subject to continued plan availability.
Quantum Fiber, your world unleashed. Learn more at quantumfiber.com. Limited availability. Service in select locations only.
Vancouver, still got your crash 164th at 34th, causing onlooker delays. Traffic does remain light this morning. Your travel time between Portland and Salem, either direction on I-5, is going to be a 44-minute commute time. This report sponsored by Mattress Firm. Mattress Firm's Memorial Day sale is here. Get a Sleepy's Queen mattress at the lowest price ever, just $89.99. This deal ends Tuesday, so don't wait. Visit Mattress Firm and save over 60%. In-store pickup only. While supplies last, find your nearest one today. In the KXL Traffic Center, I'm Jeff Austin.
Scattered showers this afternoon, 62 degrees. Could be a spotty downpour with hail. Tomorrow it's all dry and 69. Back to showers Friday and Saturday. We still have dry weather on Sunday and Monday. I'm Rod Hill, FM News 101.
Are you ready?
Jamie Markley, David Van Camp, and Scott Robbins.
We just become best friends. Yep.
Making sense of it all.
Oh, I get it.
And having some fun.
Lighten up, Francis.
This is the Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show.
Have a good one.
All right. The Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show. Thank you very much for being here as always. I'm Jamie Markley. That's David Van Camp. There's Scott Robbins. Okay, we shouldn't be surprised by this, should we?
No, we really shouldn't. So remember how Biden said, "Hey, I'm gonna try to get relief to Gaza as quickly as possible." In fact, we're building a little pier that we can drop supplies off at, and then it'll be taken into Gaza. People will get food. The innocents who have been affected by the war, right? Cost us $320 million to build. There have been 569 tons of aid transported to Gaza since last week when it opened. How much of that has actually gotten to the Palestinian people, to the people of Gaza? None. Zero.
None
of it.
None. Holy smokes, man.
So what's happening?
What's happening is people are stealing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's what they do.
Right. And is the report not just Hamas, but just Palestinian citizens
Yeah,
as well?
people are waiting for the trucks. So there are non-governmental organizations that are tasked with taking the supplies in across a causeway. And in some cases, they've been robbed. And in other cases, Hamas hijacks the supplies.
Okay. So yesterday you had that piece of audio where you have a guy going to these college students that have been protesting, and they're clueless of what's really going on in Gaza, as you probably figured. Bill Maher's on The View yesterday. You had a separate clip we were talking about yesterday, but I don't know if you saw the piece where he's talking about Hamas, like bringing common sense to The View, which was sort of refreshing.
It's just astounding to me that they can't tell the good guys from the bad guys. I mean, just morally. I mean, let me tell you, if you're for Hamas, just live in Gaza for a day. And I'm not talking about while the war is on. I mean, before the war. Trust me, you would go running and screaming and begging to live in Tel Aviv, a place that has your values. I mean, women have no, I mean, this is a show watched by a lot of women. Women have no rights in this place.
So far, they're in agreement. That's good. Right? Yeah.
And a lot of majority Muslim countries around the world. I mean, there is no equal rights as far as speech, dress, opportunities for education, reproductive rights, freedom from sexual violence, freedom from sexual harassment.
The LGBTQ community.
That too. But you throw around the term apartheid. There is a gender apartheid in a lot of the world, where women are second-class citizens at best.
Are you at all?
And then, but hey, what about some concerns here? Are you concerned about a few other things? Okay. And this is where one of your favorites of all time, Scott, Sonny Hostin, steps up to the plate.
Are you at all concerned about the innocent civilians that have been collectively punished and murdered, largely children and women? And are you at all concerned about the fact that the International Criminal Court just today issued a subpoena for Bibi Netanyahu?
Well, that's ridiculous, but it's a war.
Why?
It's a war. Because it's a war, and they were attacked, and they're defending themselves. Now, this is a war. Do you think Hamas needs to be destroyed? This is the question.
Yes.
You do?
Yes. So how can we get out with a ceasefire?
All right. So Hamas needs to be destroyed because they are a terrorist organization who say openly that they want to commit genocide on the Jewish people, on the state of Israel. That's what from the river to the sea means.
Honestly, on any sort of network TV, because they're actually a part of the news organization of ABC, this is the most truth you've seen. And it's from a guy that I really don't like a whole lot, to be honest, with Bill Maher.
Yeah.
But at least he's getting this part right. He doesn't get everything right.
No.
But I'll applaud him when he gets something
but
right.
He has said, listen, I only say things I believe. I don't guard it. I say what I believe. We may agree with what he believes, but he says it.
Yes.
He believes this as well. And he's in the lion's den right now. I mean, he is. He dropped right. With those meatheads that are on there, that have been doing the ceasefire squawking and from the river to the sea nonsense. I mean, you get dropped into these imbeciles, and you've got to somehow, and he does it in a way, by the way, doesn't raise his voice, doesn't attack anybody, just says, look, here's the deal.
Yes.
Are you against Hamas or not?
Okay, and they say it very openly. They said, we did this attack. They've attacked Israel 5 times. They've started 5 wars since they were given that land back. They could have chosen to turn that place into any place they wanted to, and they took a lot of money that they took from the international community, and they spent it on bombs and guns and building tunnels.
Yep.
So if they need to be destroyed, how do we do that? It's a war.
Yeah. So then, I don't know if this was before the View, it must have been after the View. Bill Maher goes to visit Megyn Kelly.
Oh, yeah.
That got heated at times. I listened to most all of it.
Oh.
Do you want to hear the part where Maher gets it wrong about election denying or about J6? I'll let you pick from the two. Want to go with election denying first?
Let's do election
let's do that. Yeah.
Okay, let's just roll in. I think you got all the swear words.
Hillary Clinton, of course, is the original election denier. I'm sure you voted for her in 2016.
Well, she's not an election denier.
She absolutely was the OG election denier.
She, first of all...
Because he was putting up this thing, Trump will never leave. He'll never leave.
Right.
And he denies the election, blah, 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 blah. And she's like, no, this was the original election.
She came out before the sun had risen to concede the election to Trump.
And then spent the next 4 years saying he was illegitimate. He was an illegitimate president.
Okay, well, first of all, she didn't say he was an illegitimate.
Yes, she did.
You tell me exactly what she said.
She said those exact words repeatedly.
Receipts.
I believe he knows he's an illegitimate president.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, she conceded.
That was put in later, so he doesn't hear that in real time. Okay.
Okay. I mean, she conceded the election. Whether you're interpreting her disappointment at losing it as the same thing as Trump not conceding it, I don't know if that's where you're getting it from. But again, it's a tremendous false equivalency. You could ask Hillary Clinton right now who won that election. She will tell you Donald Trump won the election.
Now she knows she has to because of what Trump has done.
She came out that night
she
in her dark
election.
purple suit and conceded the election.
Correct. And then spent the next 4 years trying to convince us it was not legitimate.
And then they give receipts again in the other clip.
You can run the best campaign. You can even become the nominee. And you can have the election stolen from you.
I just thought it was hilarious. Because it's like it was easy for him to do battle with the people on The View. It's a different story with Megyn Kelly. And I didn't think Megyn Kelly got it all right either. You know, some things, as far as, you know, opinions on January 6th. I mean, I don't think you're going to agree with anybody all the time.
No,
all
definitely
have different
not.
ideas.
No, right.
Can I help
But
you?
it was funny. We can get to where else Megyn Kelly owned him a little bit later on. I want to get to, David, you got another example of legacy media pushing this Trump-Reich hoax.
Yeah, and I want to repeat this again, the setup here. Someone made a cheap video for Trump using a pre-made graphics template of vintage newspapers. The template includes headlines from World War I to World War II, but you can add your own text. It's just, they're placeholders. Whoever made the video missed one of the headlines, which is on the ad for less than a second, that talked about a unified Reich. You actually have to zoom in pretty close to see it. But according to media, the president, the vice president, that means Trump wants to be Hitler. This is Robert Costa with CBS News.
Okay, roll it.
Former President Trump addressed reporters today outside of the courtroom, but offered no comment on the incendiary, controversial video posted to his social media account. It's not the first time.
Incendiary?
Yeah. Yeah, what's incendiary?
Again, you've sent it to people. I sent it to you guys before we did the bit yesterday. You're like, what? Where is it? Again, you have to, like, rewatch it and then zoom in a certain part of the ad to see that.
Time Trump has used rhetoric prompting outrage for its echoes of hateful extremists. He said of immigrants,
"They're poisoning the blood of our country."
And of his political opponents using language some historians say is akin to Nazi propaganda.
Man.
And the radical left thugs that live like vermin within the confines of our country.
Trump's words on the trail have grown increasingly charged with visceral nationalistic statements. Trump has said if he wins in November, he'd be a dictator on day one only.
Oh my gosh, they just lie to people. They're the enemy of the people.
They are putting out lie after lie after lie after lie on purpose.
You cannot hate these people enough. You can't.
No.
You can't. I'm telling you.
Wow, man. Guess I shouldn't be surprised.
Golly.
Okay. Speaking of traditional media and news media, CNN, you have a story about the ratings, David?
Yeah, and I wonder why. You hear reports like this. I know that was a different network, but CNN is just as bad, if not worse, than what a lot of other outlets will do. They wonder why people don't trust them anymore. CNN's primetime lineup right now, Anderson Cooper 360, The Source with Caitlin Collins, and CNN Newsnight with Abby Phillip.
Oh, man.
In the coveted advertiser demo of people between the ages of 25 and 54, they managed 83,000 nightly viewers.
83,000?
Yeah. That's nothing. That tied the network's 2023 Thanksgiving week for its smallest audience since 1991.
It's over.
Now, by comparison, to put it into context, Jesse Waters, Hannity, and Gutfeld on Fox News averaged 186,000 demo viewers. They beat CNN by over 100,000 in the demo. And then CNN's primetime lineup has a smaller audience among the demo than 23 other basic cable options, including FXX, MTV, Hallmark Channel, Discovery, A&E, Adult Swim, Comedy Central, TLC, HGTV, Food Network, ESPN2, and Bravo. Their entire viewership, 484,000 total viewers. That's compared to 2 million for Fox News.
Wow.
You know, at what point do you just blow it up? I mean, you have to.
They've tried, dude.
But no, you've got to blow it up. Blow it up.
You can just say, okay, we just rebrand that.
Yes.
The CNN is no longer, we got to do something
Just
different.
The
whatever.
IndyCar Racing Network.
All right, we got to get to our No BS election update. More straight ahead.
Pete
is here.
Oh, great. I'd love some, but I'm worried about my stomach issues.
If you're worried about having diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools, it may not just be stomach issues. It could be a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Hey, Scotty, remember that time you were all in debt?
Yeah, I had to take 16 jobs. I should have just gone with donewithdebt.com.
Well, they didn't have it back then.
Hey!
Being in debt is like sinking in quicksand.
You're trapped, you feel helpless, and the harder you struggle, the deeper in debt you get.
If you're trapped in debt, Done with Debt is your lifeline.
Done with Debt has created a new strategy with one goal in mind. Get you out of debt quickly and permanently.
Done with Debt stops the struggle. First, they stand between you and bill collectors.
Then they negotiate a plan to end your debt permanently, without bankruptcy and without loans.
They get you out of debt quickly and put more cash in your pocket monthly.
But you need to contact Done with Debt right away because some debt solutions expire. You don't want to miss out.
It's easy to get started, too. Go to donewithdebt.com and get a free consultation.
Talk with one of their experts and discover a strategy that will end your debt faster and easier than you thought possible.
Your lifeline to getting out of debt is just a few clicks away. Go to donewithdebt.com.
That's donewithdebt.com.
Why is Navage perfect for allergy sufferers? Rhino Systems Medical Director Dr. Howard Levine explains.
If someone's exposed to allergens, they can get rid of those immediately by washing out the nose. Navage works by pulling saline in one nostril, through the nose and out the other nostril, sucking out allergens, mucus, dust, and germs. Experience on-the-spot relief, so you can breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier.
Navage is available at Sam's Club, Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, or online at Navage.com. Navage. Breathe easy.
CCB 206844.
You know what tough work looks like. So does the crew at High Caliber Millwrights. They understand tough and get your job done right the first time. High Caliber, a reputation you can trust. 360-984-6669.
The groundbreaking advanced FUE treatment from Advanced Hair is finally available in Portland. Some of you might have a receding hairline or thinning, or if you're lucky, a bald spot. Fortunately, Advanced Hair has the quick, simple, one-day hair loss solution. No matter what pattern of hair loss you're facing, Advanced Hair has decades of experience using breakthrough technology that regrows your own natural hair, even in those places where it's disappeared for years. With Advanced Hair, your new hair begins to regrow the very next day, and you can even grow for life. And get this, Advanced Hair not only restores your confidence through that hairline, they offer confidence up front through their industry-leading guarantee. In celebration of their Portland arrival, get 250 free hair grafts and $250 off. Schedule your free consultation and find out if you qualify. Call 503-832-HAIR. I've been fortunate with a full head of hair my entire life, and you deserve to know what that feels like. That's 503-832-HAIR or advancedhair.com.
FM News 101 KXL wants to send you on a magical vacation to Orlando. Stream FM News 101 KXL online and be listening for the keywords to win. Then head over to KXL.com to enter to win passes to the best theme parks in Orlando.
At Skechers, we put the S in comfort.
I buy and trade.
Wait, Skechers put the S in comfort?
Yes, comfort you have to feel to believe. Skechers, we put the S in comfort.
Let me try. Okay, I'm just stepping in and... Oh, wow.
Farewell.
Skechers put the S in comfort.
Duh. We told you.
Find Skechers slip-ins at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever stylish footwear is sold.
Hi, this is Quentin.
And this is Brianna.
A little thing we love about Chick-fil-A chicken strips are how satisfying they are. The chicken strips are amazing. They're always filling, tender, and juicy. Definitely one of my favorite things on the menu.
My favorite thing is the last bite. The last bite is nice and juicy, and it's wrapped up in some crispy breading that keeps it nice and tasty. And being able to scoop up my Chick-fil-A sauce with it, it's just like the best part of the meal. It's an undefeated combo.
Order the chicken strips on the Chick-fil-A app today. Real customers paid for their testimonials.
FM News 101 KXL is your traffic authority for your morning commute.
Northbound I-5 travel time from 405 heading up to SR-14.
And the drive home.
Slow to stop and go from downtown Fremont Bridge all the way up to the interstate.
FM News 101 has you covered with accurate, reliable traffic info. Don't get stuck in traffic surprises. Stay
connected with FM News 101 KXL.
The Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show. Jamie Markley, David Van Camp, Scott Robbins. It is time for our update. Here we go.
It's the Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins 2024.
Are you running? Are you not running?
No BS update. Everything you need to know without all the crap.
Not allowed to do an RA search.
Sure. Okay. All three of us agree. It's not just one of us that has this feeling. All three. There's desperation with the Democrats on the left right now.
Yes.
But it's been jacked up to like 11 this week.
I wonder if it has anything to do with that poll where it actually showed voters look at Biden as a bigger threat to democracy than Trump because they've been banging that drum for a while and it's not going the way they want.
Nope.
I think that might be part of it, just the polling numbers.
PAC Act into law.
Well, and then got that guy out there.
The Pakalak Act. You remember that one?
It's one disaster after another. I mean, as far as election betting odds, current 52.4% Trump, 39.9 Biden. Keeps going in the wrong direction for Biden. What
How
do you
can it
got
go in
today?
the right direction, huh?
Yeah.
What's going on that would make it move the other way?
Well,
I don't know.
Well, in the past, it seems, it's not like I have this vast research in front of me that I could tell you. It's probably more of a gut feeling. Media, in some ways, could control different polling by different stories they wanted to highlight, different polls they wanted to highlight. And it doesn't seem like this is happening.
I haven't found one poll that had him leading.
Biden?
Yeah.
Yeah, me neither.
Not one.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you look at the Real Clear Politics polling average in the top battleground states, Trump's average lead is 3 points now. And there is not a single one where he's trailing. And, yeah, they're panicked about this. I wonder if one of the reasons why a lot of the onslaught has not worked in their favor is really because you're kind of bringing back old characters from the first season of Trump. You know, you've got Michael Cohen out there. You've got the porn star. You've got, I mean, I'm just waiting for them to bring up that, you know, Miss Universe lady. He called me Miss Piggy, Miss Eating Machine. Yeah. It's like, okay, we've seen these characters. It's like the season finale of Seinfeld, right? Like, not very good.
Well, Rudy's doing a walk-on part now, too.
Right, well, he's selling coffee, and that's just because he is in dire financial straits right now. And
well, the one thing, man, doesn't it come back to, people remember what it was like in 2019.
That, too.
Like, okay, we've already heard all this before. Okay, there wasn't this ongoing threat to democracy when Trump was in there before. Things were actually better.
Yeah.
We're getting all these talking points. What about my own life?
Right.
And yeah, don't like all of the illegal immigration. It's a huge issue. I don't want to be worried that my daughter is going to school and some dude's going to end up in the shower because he now identifies as a girl or some nonsense. There's a lot of different things happening. Very interesting. Okay. Well, where does it go from here?
Well, I don't know. This is just a news alert I got, and I have not seen any further details of this, but there is, it looks like now the Secretary of State of Ohio says Biden will not appear on Ohio's November presidential ballot. And we've talked about this before, and it's because of the timing of the convention and when you would have to show up, when you would have to have a nominee.
Okay.
So you have to be officially nominated 90 days before the general election in order to get on the ballot. This is the earliest deadline of any state, but the Democratic National Convention will open 2 weeks after the deadline.
Oh, that's really interesting.
Yeah.
Not even heard of that before, have you?
Yeah, no, we talked about this, and I thought there was going to be some sort of fix to it, but apparently there isn't going to be a legislative fix. Just he's not on the ballot. Democrats'
That's
fault.
a not to not right now.
No one not done it. The history books will note it.
Better believe it. This is the Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show.
And just write in, not to nah.
Yeah, they'll know who
Write
it is.
it in. Yeah,
Absolutely.
Give him credit.
All right, biggest story today, David?
I'm sorry. OhioCapitalJournal.com. I just see this about possible solutions to Joe Biden appearing on the Ohio ballot. Neither of the solutions available seem likely in Ohio, where Republicans may be seeking to make life harder for the Democrats' presidential nominee. Really? Really?
Their fault.
Yep.
Yeah, blame them.
Uh-huh.
Can't be us.
Well, yeah. Well, it's like all the illegal immigration. Trump's fault. His broken system. What? I thought there were kids in I thought he locked them kids in cages. Get it? Stick to one story.
Right.
All right, news update. More straight ahead.
Portland's news, traffic, and weather station. FM News 101, KXL. The news in 60 seconds.
What's the celebration?
Bailey's promotion.
Bailey, the Labrador?
She's such a great inspiration to the rest of the team. I promoted her to hospitality director.
Makes it sound like Gresham Ford's a luxury resort.
You always said we should treat everyone like an honored guest.
True.
Show them kindness and respect. Provide a relaxed environment while helping them get exactly what they need.
Absolutely.
Can you imagine anyone better to make every guest feel loved and appreciated? She's perfect. Just one problem. Her cookies are great, but
Can't find a hairnet big enough?
we're working on it.
When it's time for you to fetch your next vehicle, come to where you're faithfully treated like an honored guest and where the cookies come with a little something extra.
Gresham Ford, the dealer with a heart, the dealer for you.
Gresham Ford on Powell, just 2 blocks east of 242nd and at GreshamFord.com.
CBS News Brief. Search and rescue efforts continue in Iowa at this hour after tornadoes swept through the state yesterday. Governor Kim Reynolds is in the tiny town of Greenfield.
I've always said Iowa is one big community, and we certainly see that in times of tragedy, and we're witnessing it again, but it's horrific.
Iowa has had 80 confirmed tornadoes already this year. Norway, Ireland, and Spain say they're recognizing a Palestinian state. House Speaker Mike Johnson isn't pleased.
This is not the time for anybody in the international community, including our own president, to be stepping in and trying to micromanage the affairs in Israel.
There's been a deadly shooting at Delaware County Linen in Chester, Pennsylvania, near Philadelphia. Police say a man's in custody. DA Jack Stolzheimer.
We have 2 individuals who unfortunately have lost their life just by showing up at work today. From a disgruntled former employee.
3 people were wounded. They are in serious condition. CBS News Brief. I'm Christopher Cruz.
But we're still in great shape this mid-morning. Not seeing any brake lights from SR 14 down to the Rose Quarter on I-5. Looking fantastic. 405, you're cruising the speed limit between Fremont and Highway 26. Just seeing a brief brake check right now on Sunset Highway inbound as you approach the Vista Ridge Tunnel. Just a brief slowdown. Watch for that. 217 in Beaverton and Tigard. That's problem-free. Not seeing a lot going on. Road construction is up Highway 30 near the St. John's Bridge. Northbound I-5 from 405 to SR 500. That's a 10-minute trip. In the KXL Traffic Center, I'm Jeff Austin.
Keeping the scattered shower chance alive throughout the afternoon into this evening and then becoming dry overnight tonight. Looks like about 62 today. Watch out for a spotty downpour with hail. I'm KGW's Rod Hill for FM News 101.
Hey, boss, we're almost ready, but I have 2 pieces of news. One bad and one really bad. Which one do you want to hear first?
Seriously? Okay, tell me the bad one first.
The grand opening is in 5 minutes, and a line of 100 people is already at the door.
Okay, we can handle that. And what's the really bad one?
The really bad news is that the internet keeps going down.
What? Oh, we need reliable internet.
Honey, it's just a bad dream. Wake up.
I had a nightmare. I couldn't open the cafe. The internet wasn't working.
Don't lose sleep over your business's internet. Get AT&T Internet Air for Business with easy setup today.
Reliable nationwide internet with simple plans at low prices. So you can set it, forget it, and get back to business. And enjoy a good night's rest. Visit att.com/biz internet air today. AT&T Business.
At Fisher Investments, we may seem like other money managers, but we're different.
Are you really that different than the rest of us?
We are. As a fiduciary, we always focus on what's best for our clients.
What services do you offer besides investing?
We have a team of specialists in financial planning, estate planning, and more.
Your clients rely on you for all that?
Yes, we ensure clients receive unparalleled service at every step of the relationship.
Okay, but you still sell commission-based products, right?
No, because we believe that's a conflict of interest. We prioritize service over sales goals.
So, then how do your fees work?
We have a simple and transparent fee. It's a percentage of our clients' portfolios. So we do better when our clients do better.
Wow, we're more different than I thought.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at FisherInvestments.com. Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show. Jamie Markley, David Van Camp, Scott Robbins. Okay, I don't know if you saw this story. It's part of it's symbolic. Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson, ready to extend to an invitation to Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu to join Congress joint session along with the Senate, but